This area, Bulbancha, can throw a storm. You want to see a storm? Come here and see a storm.
Let me try it again. Are we seeing the video now?
Yes, now we are seeing a video.
So us being the most African city in the United States, that history breathes and overflows with good stories. So welcome again to Power Shift 2021.
So Takol, Anghike Jeffrey Derensberg, Takapo Ishak Yokitiki, Wishawatukite Ya Nagoshkin Kata. Hello there. I am Jeffrey Derensberg of the Atakapa Ishak Nation of Indians, the Alligator Band. And I live in a place called Bulbancha. The only name that I use to refer to this place. In Ishikwe, I call it Nungush, which means big village. You have a choice of what name you use to call this city. And I choose Bulbancha because it's the original name. It's the oldest name we know.
Everything is about white supremacy and racial capitalism. Every form of oppression is like anchored in that capitalist framework of like understanding, like extracting labor and like hoarding property.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Every 90 minutes, a football field is lost from our shores. So what was trembling prairie, what was land over, the last 100 years has been messed up to a point where we're not really sure how to get back to restoring the balance.
Now realize that activism can take place in so many ways, in diverse ways. There's art activism, something that people often call artivism. There's intellectual activism, the activism of the teacher or the writer. There's, of course, as you pointed out, there's the activism of the organizer, which is so central.
I think that climate advocacy has to look like climate justice advocacy, a digital convergence that was organized from different places in the country online. Hard. I think that it's important for us to learn how to advocate for ourselves and advocate for ourselves in relation to others, advocate for others in relation to our community, and advocate for our community in relation to the earth.
Part of a generation that has inherited a climate crisis and a world full of racial and economic injustice, as well as an unsustainable energy system. And Power Shift is a moment for us to gather together and work towards building a better future for all in each of the individual ways that we all do.
This is the ditty. And it's not my own words. Taxation without representation is tyranny. Did y'all hear me? Y'all feel me? You can drop it in the chat if you do. Taxation without representation is tyranny. Imagine if they called your home by a different name. Taxation without representation is tyranny. Jeffrey was talking about that, y'all.